Китае, Индии, потому что мы сталкиваемся, у нас нет клинических исследований биоаналогов в России, так сказать, это по желанию авторов только делается, и поэтому многие препараты к нам приходят в клинику, и иногда мы сталкиваемся действительно с реакциями, которые не предвидены у первого, у пионера этой серии. И часто это бывает, что сырье этих препаратов получается из стран Азии. Есть такое мнение Европейской ассоциации ЭМА, или это нет?
Well, thank you very much for your question, because it's clearly one of the dominant questions in the field. So in medical oncology, the European Society of Medical Oncology, in the paper of Joseph Tabernero and others, has made a clear statement that within that part of Europe, we should not use a product which has not gone through the development process and approved by EMA, and we also accept the process of approval of the FDA. And this is related indeed to the fact that while there are excellent producers of drugs that do not have the official name of biosimilar as given by FDA or EMA, there are also drugs produced somewhere else that are not of the same quality. And I will give you one example because it is public domain, it is in the literature. A few years ago, in spite of all the warnings about the importance of using a proper epoetin, in Thailand there were many cases again of pure red cell aplasia. And this was related to the use of compounds that were extremely immunogenic. And this has all been published. We also know, and if you go to the FDA website, that FDA was asked to certify companies outside of the United States in order for the bulk material to be then used in development. And the FDA went to site visit his production plants and came back saying it's impossible because the way the controls within those plants were being run were such that there could have been major problems in the production of the product, therefore leading to the fact that they were absolutely unreliable. But once again, don't misunderstand me. There are excellent producers outside of Europe. The problem is that unfortunately the local authorities do not have the manpower to make sure that the production is kept to the high levels of quality that are needed. But let me say, to the shame of Swiss pharmaceutical industry, that 10 years ago, in the development of generics, there was one production plant in Switzerland that did not follow the rules, thought that the rules were exaggerated, and they ended up producing a generic which was not active. And children died of leukemia because they received a drug. So it was immediately spotted because by the second child that did not respond, the university said there's something wrong here, and that plant was closed. So it's not only somewhere else, it can be even in Switzerland.
Спасибо. В аудитории есть еще вопросы какие-то? Пожалуйста. Микрофон возьмите.
Уважаемый профессор, скажите, пожалуйста, считаете ли вы допустимым, если пациент сам осуществляет выбор и настаивает на том, чтобы принести, то есть приобрести самостоятельно брендовый препарат или дженерик и принести его в клинику для того, чтобы ему вводили?
Let me answer this question, which is very important for all of us in two ways. One is when we, and I don't know how it is in Russia, but they're supposed to be saying.
Say in English.
I'm saying this in English. When we use a product and we know that what it is, we are responsible. It's not the patient who is responsible. It's my responsibility. I will never accept to inject a patient with a product that I'm not certain is of the highest possible quality. Now, if you have enough knowledge about the product that is not EMA, FDA approved, but is widely used and seems to be effective without side effects, you might decide, as our colleagues in India, for example, do. And I've been going many times to India. By the way, India has created on August 31st of this year the YAS, Indian Association of Supportive Care in Cancer. Then it's probably okay. But in my environment, I would never use a product that I'm not 100% certain of. I've seen too many problems. I alluded to paclitaxel earlier. In my clinic years ago, I have nothing to do with buying. Buying is done by the pharmacy committee. And I'm not sitting in that committee. They just ask for my scientific advice. And I tell them, look, if it is approved by Swissmedic, by our authority, it is okay. But problems can happen. I told you problems can happen with the original product, like with Ipoetin a long time ago. We had a problem with a generic paclitaxel. I had not seen an allergic reaction for a long time, and suddenly in 1 month I had 3. So I just asked a stupid question and said, have we changed paclitaxel? And the pharmacy said, yes, we have a new product. We have a good deal with another company. I said, well, that deal is free. Forget it. We reported to the authorities. It was not related to the whole product. It was related to a batch. But still, it was enough for us to say that company is out.
But if the oncologist insuring this product, if he knows that this is original brand drug, is it okay?
If it is an original product, of course it is okay. Because you are speaking of something that you know there's a high quality material. What I understand you're implying is that in some centers, your pharmacy has drug A copy by product. and the patient says, I don't want that stuff, I will pay for the higher cost and buy it. Then you are saying what I'm saying. The patient is buying high quality stuff. I'm not certain that the patient is right. As I said, sometimes these copies that cannot be called biosimilars are very good. I just don't know.